In this video, we're going to explain exactly what Sushiswap is and the very interesting history of its beginning, but we'll be with you every step of the way. Welcome to Whiteboard Crypto, where we explain complex crypto topics using stories, analogies, and examples so that you can better understand them. Let's dig in. Before we start, you must first know what a DEX, or decentralized exchange, is. Sushiswap, quite simply, is just a decentralized exchange with a few other cryptocurrency protocols to help it gain traction. So in short, a decentralized exchange is a place where traders come to trade their cryptocurrency for other forms of cryptocurrency. For example, if you had some Ethereum and you wanted to trade it for Litecoin, you could do so on a decentralized exchange. How does this happen? Well, investors that are called liquidity providers supply their coins and their tokens to the DEX so that traders can use it to trade back and forth. And as one token becomes more rare, the DEX will automatically charge more to trade for it. It gets complicated very quickly, but you need to know liquidity providers are incentivized with the fees that the traders pay to trade. So in short, liquidity providers earn rewards for providing their coins, and the traders pay fees so that they can instantly and cheaply perform their trades. Generally, everyone wins. Anyways, one of the most popular DEXs out there is Uniswap. We actually first covered Uniswap, and you can check our video on that, but we then realized Sushiswap has a much more interesting story to tell. So Sushiswap is a fork of Uniswap, which basically means they copied Uniswap's code and then altered it just a little bit. Now this is completely fine in the development world, even though it sounds like plagiarism. Uniswap had their code out there for anyone who wanted to improve upon it. However, Sushiswap performed what is called a vampire attack on Uniswap. We actually did a whole video over this too, but if you don't want to watch it, you should at least click the like button because I'm going to attempt to summarize that video in one sentence. A vampire attack is when one protocol sucks the investors out of another protocol by simply offering them better rewards. Anyways, Sushiswap offered up to 1000% APR for certain tokens, and this lured many investors to go from Uniswap to Sushiswap. However, Sushiswap's history isn't filled with rainbows and delicious APRs. The guy who created Sushiswap is anonymous, so we don't know who he or she is. However, they called themselves Chef Nomi. Sometime during the creation of Sushiswap, Chef Nomi created a developer wallet and minted themselves 10% of all sushi tokens. Now this was all fine and dandy and is actually pretty common in the decentralized finance world. This money is supposed to be used for advertising, paying other developers that help, and just growing the protocol in general. However, he performed what is called a rug pull. Now if you don't know what our rug pull is, we have an amazing video on it. But another one-liner to explain what a rug pull is that it is an event when the developer runs away with any investor's money and then ditches the project altogether. Basically, it's a bad thing. So you need to know at that time, Chef Nomi traded all of his sushi for 38,000 Ethereum, which at the time was $14 million, but is now worth $100 million. This made a lot of people upset and even more people mad. We can see on Twitter that the whole sushi community was upset and lost their trust for the project, even though the code still ran and the project still technically worked. But here's the interesting thing. It wasn't long after Chef Nomi actually returned his sushi and then actually transferred the ownership of the project to another guy named Sam Bankman-Fried. Now this is incredibly rare in the DeFi community, that the owner who performed a rug pull actually gave back all $14 million in value, apologized, and then transferred ownership. This is one way that Sushiswap is unique. Now one thing I forgot to mention, another way that Sushiswap is unique is in the fact that it operates on a ton of blockchains. Uniswap, for example, only works on Ethereum. PancakeSwap, on the other hand, only works on Binance Smart Chain. But Sushiswap works on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, XDAI, Polygon, and a ton of others that aren't famous yet, but them not being famous is actually the reason that Sushiswap is using them. Sushiswap wants to be one of the earliest DEXs on those platforms. So even though Sushiswap's decentralized exchange protocol is very similar to Uniswap, the history makes Sushiswap unique. And that's not the only thing though, because there are actually other features of Sushiswap that are quite valuable, but they're still in early development. For example, Sushiswap actually has a few other features than just the token trading side. It offers a variety of tools in its self-dubbed bento box. So first of all, you might be asking, what is a bento box? Well, in Japan, it is a small container filled with the usual dishes that make up a Japanese lunch. Sushiswap's bento box is formulated on the same concept. It's a token vault that can support a whole collection of decentralized applications and smart contracts. Right now, the only collection of smart contracts that BentoBox currently currently has is called Kashi, which means lending in Japan. Kashi is simply a lending and borrowing platform that utilizes smart contracts to allow certain margin trades. How Kashi actually works is worth an entire video, so let me briefly cover it here. Essentially, you pick one token that you think will go up and another token that you think will go down. Then you can invest your money in that pair. And if they both do as you predicted, you will actually make money. But if they go in opposite directions, you lose money. Now, a little trick you can do here is that if one of these tokens is a stablecoin, then you're essentially just lending or borrowing and using a stablecoin as collateral. This allows you to create synthetic margin trades. Without going into too much detail, when you lose money, someone who bet the opposite way gains money, and vice versa. That's how this platform works. Moving on, another tool that Sushiswap offers is Miso. Miso is actually a traditional Japanese soup that I must say myself is delicious. Miso is a new addition to Sushiswap that aims to help new tokens launch. Essentially, it helps token creators and token investors do certain things like adding liquidity so that the token can actually be traded, creating initial token auctions so that a token can be launched, and even helping with some code creation. Right now, it's fairly new, so we are going to wait until it becomes more developed and used by the community before creating an entire video around it. And if you're interested in that video, you should definitely subscribe and hit the bell icon because we are always creating new, helpful, high-quality videos just like this one. But our recent problem has been that we only grow through search traffic, so we really need subscribers who come back and watch future videos. We would be honored if you would join that team. Moving on, aside from being a decentralized finance platform, Sushiswap is mainly an Ethereum token with a few uses. For example, if you're a sushi token holder, you can stake your sushi for X sushi and earn some of the liquidity provider fees. 0.05% of all trades that happen on the Sushiswap platform actually go to the X sushi stakers, which is really good because what it does is it creates constant buy pressure for the sushi token. To give you a quick example, it works in a similar manner that dividend stocks do. You buy them so you can essentially have passive income. Not only that though, Sushiswap is actually a governance token, which means that token holders also get rights to vote about certain changes of the protocol. Both of these things together make Sushi a really interesting token to hold. Now, as we end this video, we encourage you to do more research about Sushi before investing in it. But we also want to thank you for watching this video to completion as it helps us grow our channel. We really hope that you learned something, and most importantly, we hope to see you in the next video.